Hi and welcome to this video for the Heart House Motif, which will be the gauge motif for this year's official Scheepjes Crochet Along Universe in Bloom. The heart houses will eventually form the corners of your blanket in part 11. Because they're such a fun little design, I thought they'd be perfect as a gauge motif. Not only do they give you an accurate gauge check, they also let you play with your colors and see how they work together, which will be really helpful if you're still deciding on your color palette. I won't be using one of the official kits for the video tutorials. Instead, I'll be working with Scheepjes Soft Fun because I love how clearly the stitch definition shows up on camera and the colors really pop on the videos. Before we start, just a quick little reminder. This video does not replace the written pattern, which contains important information like gauge, photos, charts, and colors per round for each colorway. The pattern itself will be shared as a PDF on the Scheepjes website, and you'll also find step-by-step photo tutorials for each part on my website. I'll add a link to all of those in the description below so that you can find it easily. If you prefer video support in Dutch, Michael Wassenaar will also be doing Dutch video tutorials on his channel, Mike's Creatieve Wereld. In the pattern, you'll find clear instructions for the size your motif should be, with measurements for sides 1 and 5, sides 2 and 4, and side 3, as well as a weight guide. These weights are what the kits are based on, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room, but if you're more than 10% over, you'll probably run out of yarn. If you're not using a kit, that's absolutely fine. Just use the gauge as a guide so your blanket isn't ginormous or teeny tiny. Since this motif is used for the corners later on, you will need to do 4 in total. But for now, you only need to make 1, unless you want to make more, of course. The first one is really just for gauge check, getting comfortable with the pattern and getting a feel for my style of writing. So grab your hook and yarn and let's get started. To start, we're going to work into a magic ring. And I'm going to use a double magic ring, so I place the end in my hand like this, and then wrap it once, twice, and a third time around my fingers, like so. I'm going to put my hook in there and just pull up a loop. Then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is going to count as a double crochet and chain 1. Into the same ring, we're going to do double crochet to chain 1 9 times. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to close the ring, and to close the double magic ring, you find the end and you start pulling on it, and you see which ring closes first, and then you're going to pull on that ring in the same direction so that the second one closes all the way, and then we're going to pull on the end to close the hole. Then we're going to join to the third chain of the beginning chain 4 with the slip stitch. So that will be, this first one's a bit hidden, so that's 1, 2, 3. And if you find it hard to identify, if you identify the top of the first stitch, which is there, this will be chain 4 and that will be chain 3. So I'm just going to join with a slip stitch. For round 2, we're going to do the repeat 5 times. And it starts with a slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. And then we're going to chain 3 and make a 3 treble bobble in the same chain 1 space. So that's yarn over twice, insert your hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice, insert into the same chain 1 space, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice again, insert your into the same chain 1 space, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. So that's completed your 3 treble bobble. Chain 4 and slip stitch in the same chain 1 space. And then slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. So this is our repeat. We're going to do that again. Slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, chain 3, make a 3 treble bobble in the same chain 1 space, chain 4, slip stitch in the same chain 1 space, and slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. So that's our second repeat done. Slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, chain 3, make a 3 treble bobble in the same chain 1 space, chain 4, slip stitch in the same chain 1 space, rain starting, slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, 4th repeat, slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, chain 3, make a 3 treble bobble in the same chain 1 space, chain 4, slip stitch in the same chain 1 space, and then slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, chain 3, make a 3 treble bobble in the same chain 1 space, chain 4, slip stitch in the same chain 1 space, and in the last chain 1 space. For round 3, we're going to make 4 single crochet in the next chain 3 space, which is there. And this is the repeat, start of the repeat. 2, 3, and 4. Then into the 3 treble bobble, we're going to do a half double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and half double crochet, all in that 3 treble bobble. Then into the next chain 4 space, we're going to do a half double crochet and 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to slip stitch in the next chain 1 space of round 1, which will already contain a slip stitch. So it's that one. And that is your repeat. We're going to do this all the way around, and our last slip stitch will fall in that last chain 1 space there. So if the rain gets really loud again, I'll probably just mute the video. I'm going to show you the repeat again. Into the chain 3 space, we're going to make 4 single crochet, into the 3 treble bobble, and you'll find that at the top there, half double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and half double crochet. Into this chain 4 space, we're going to do half double crochet and 3 single crochet. And then we're going to slip stitch into the next chain 1 space of round 1 that already contains a slip stitch. So I'll continue around. Okay, so I'm going to make a slip stitch in that last chain 1 space, and then I'm going to fasten off. You can work away your ends now if you want to, but I'm just going to go ahead for now. I'm just pulling that to the back. That is round 3. All done. For round 4, we're going to join our yarn by making a standing stitch in any of the chain 2 spaces around, and we're going to start with a standing single crochet. Then we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to single crochet in the next chain 2 space. I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to make a double crochet in the next chain 1 space of round 1, which is there. We'll work over all the slip stitches here and throughout. So we're going to make a double crochet, and you have to make sure that you keep your tension pretty tight so it's neat. We're going to chain 8. And we're going to make another double crochet in the same chain 1 space. Chain 5. Single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Chain 5. DC in the next chain 1 space. Chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 2 space from round 3, chain 5, double crochet in the next chain 1 space from round 1. So that's what it should look like at this point. Chain 8, and make a double crochet in the same chain 1 space from round 1. Right. Chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 2 space from round 3, chain 8, and then join to the first single crochet with the slip stitch. To start round 5, we're going to chain 1, and then that doesn't count as a stitch, and then into the same single crochet we're going to do a single crochet, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and single crochet. We're going to mark this chain 2 space with a stitch marker, and I have mislaid mine, so I'm going to use a bobby pin. Very classy. We're going to make 8 single crochet in the next chain 8 space. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to make a front post single crochet around the next single crochet. We're going to chain 5. Skip this next chain 5 space and make a single crochet in this next chain 8 space. Working to the same chain 8 space, we're going to do chain 3 and single crochet 3 times. So chain 3 single crochet, that's number 1, chain 3 single crochet, that's number 2, and chain 3 single crochet, that's number 3. It'll give you a little petally thing like that. Chain 5, skip the next chain 5 space there, and front post single crochet around the next single crochet. So that's sort of the first half almost done. We're getting to the top of the heart now, or what will be the heart. Into this chain 5 space, we're going to make 5 single crochet. SC in the next double crochet, so single crochet in the next double crochet, and then we're going to make 5 single crochet in the next chain 5 space. 2, 3, 4, and 5. front post single crochet around the next single crochet, chain 5, skip the next chain 5 space and make a single crochet in the next chain 8 space. Into that same space we're going to do the same as we did on this side. We will do chain 3 single crochet 3 times. So chain 3 single crochet, that's the first one, chain 3 single crochet, chain 3 and single crochet. So we have 3 little petals. Going to chain 5, skip the next chain 5 space and make a front post single crochet around the next single crochet, and then we're on the home stretch. Into this chain 8 space we're going to make 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We're going to join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and then we're going to fasten off and work away our ends. So the first, so that is the double crochet, and this will be the single crochet over there. We'll slip stitch into that. You can also use an invisible join if you want to, and in fact maybe this is a good place to show you how I do my invisible joins. So let's just undo that. I will cut my yarn and pull up a loop all the way through. So to do the invisible join here and throughout, you won't be working into the first stitch because you want to replace the top of that stitch and give it a fake top. So instead of working into this first stitch, which is a single crochet, I'm going to insert my needle from front to back into the second stitch, the stitch after the first stitch. Oh, that's a bit obvious, sorry. Right, so I'm going to pull through, and then from top to bottom I'm going to insert my needle into the last stitch I made, working into the top loops and that little back bump. And I'm going to pull it tight so that it's about the same size as the other loops, and that will be the top of my stitch. Now when I work into this in the next round, I will work into this stitch and the original top of the stitch just to make it neater. To lock this in place, I'm just going to go into the back bump again from top to bottom one time, and then I will work my ends away. I'll find my stitch markers for the next time I need them. Then you won't have a bobby pin floating around. So I'm just going through the bottom of those stitches, about 4 or 5 stitches. There we go. So I'm pulling it all the way through, but I don't want to pull it so tight that it does this. I want it to be natural, but I do want to make sure that I don't have little loops there. Then I'm going to reverse, and instead of going through this first loop, I'm going to skip that so that it locks it in place, and then I'm just going to work my way back through the bottoms of those stitches again. And I generally go back another time to make sure it's locked in place, but that's entirely up to you. So I skip that first one again, and then just go back, and then I cut my yarn. I work my ends away quite neatly, so it's very hard to find later. So if you're one of those who works your ends away very neatly, maybe leave them for a few rounds, just so you're sure that the following rounds are correct, because it's a pain to undo if you do them this neatly. I want to show you how to work away the initial end as well into a magic ring. So even though we use the double ring, we still want to ensure that we are working our ends away very well so it doesn't come undone, because it's the start of your work. If it comes undone, everything unravels. Haha, pun intended. So I'm looking for where the yarn comes from, and then I'm going to go in the same direction, just through the bottoms of those stitches. And it's entirely up to you how many times you choose, or how many stitches you choose to go through, and how many times you choose to do this. But I quite like doing it thoroughly. So I'm going to reverse and skip this first leg so that it locks it in place, and then just going back the other way. And then I'm going to reverse again, skip this first one, and go back through the bottom of those stitches. And then I'll cut my yarn. Oops. Right. For round 6, we're going to start in this marked chain 2 space. So I'm just going to remove the stitch marker. You'll see I've replaced my bobby pin. Okay, we're starting with a standing half double crochet in that chain 2 space. And then in that same chain 2 space, we're going to do another half double crochet. And then a double crochet. And then chain 2, double crochet, 2 half double crochets. We're going to skip this first hidden stitch, that one, and it's an HDC, so it's always tricky to get into anyway. And we're going to make a single crochet in the next 10 stitches. So skipping that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last one will be in that front post single crochet. We're going to chain 5. Then we're going to skip this next chain 5 space, and into that first chain 3 space we are going to make a puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch, and chain 1. So to make a puff stitch, you're yarning over, inserting your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over and pull up a loop, not too high but not too tight either, yarn over, insert into the same space, yarn over and pull up a loop, so you'll have many loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, and then we're going to make a chain just to close that puff stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do that again. Chain 1 to close, and then a chain 1. Into the next chain 3 space we're going to make a puff stitch, chain 1, and another puff stitch, chain 1, and into the last one we're going to do a puff stitch, chain 1, and another puff stitch. So we're no chain 1 at the end of this. Right, it's going to look a bit wonky the next 2 rounds, but it'll be fine. It'll work out. We're going to chain 5, and then we're going to skip the next chain 5 space, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches, the first of which will be that front post stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to make a front post treble around the next double crochet from round 4, and then we'll skip the next 2 stitches of round 5. It's front post treble around that double crochet from round 4, and then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches of round 5, and we are going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So skip, skip, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The last one will be in that front post single crochet. Going to chain 5, skip the next chain 5 space, and into the next chain 3 space we'll make a puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch, chain 1. So chain 1, another puff stitch, chain 1, and then the same into the next chain 3 space. Puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch and a chain 1. Into the last chain 3 space we're going to make a puff stitch, a chain 1 and a puff stitch. We're going to chain 5, and then we're going to skip the next chain 5 space, and we're going to single crochet in the next 11 stitches, the first of which will be that front post single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And the last one I'm just going to pick up the top of the single and the fake top. So that's 11 stitches. We're going to slip stitch, join with the slip stitch the first half double crochet. For round 7 we're going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches and into the chain 2 space. Chain 2, which counts as your first half double crochet, half double crochet in the same chain 2 space, chain 2, and then make 2 half double crochets in the same chain 2 space. We're going to half double crochet in the next 13 stitches. That first one will be a bit hidden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now we're going to make 5 half double crochets in the next chain 5 space. That will bring us to the puff stitches. Now we're going to do, well, this is a little repeat. Front post half double crochet around the next puff stitch, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space 5 times. So front post half double crochet around the next puff stitch, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, that's number 1. Front post half double crochet around the next puff stitch, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, that's number 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, there we go. Now we're going to front post half double crochet around the last puff stitch. And then we're going to make 5 double crochets in the next chain 5 space, not half doubles, doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll scooch them up a bit in a minute. Make 2 double crochets in the next stitch, which is that first single crochet. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Make 4 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to make a front post single crochet around the next stitch, which will be that front post treble. We'll skip the next 2 stitches and make 4 double crochet in the next stitch. Now it's worth noting that this first stitch might seem a bit hidden by the stitch you've just made, so we're going to skip the first 2 stitches and make 4 double crochet in the next stitch. Double crochet in the next stitch only. This is an asymmetric round, and then make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to make 5 double crochet in the next chain 5 space. Then we're back to the puffs again, so front post half double crochet around the next puff, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and we're going to do that 5 times. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then front post half double crochet around the last puff stitch. Make 5 half double crochets in the next chain 5 space. And we're going to half double crochet in the next 14 stitches, the last 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we get to the last 3, which will already contain a slip stitch, so you might find them a bit tricky to work into. So 12, 13, and 14, working over those slip stitches. Then we're going to join to the top of the beginning chain 2 with a slip stitch, or you can use the invisible join, which is what I'm going to do. To start round 8, you're going to join your yarn by making a standing single crochet in the chain 2 pointy end of the heart. So we're going to do a standing single crochet, chain 2, and another standing single crochet, and that will be our corner. We're going to skip the first hidden stitch, which is there, and we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to double crochet in the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The last stitch should fall in that first front post half double crochet from the previous round. Now we're going to do a little repeat. We're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and we're going to do that 4 times. So 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the first repeat. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, and 4. That's your second repeat. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our last repeat, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you should now have 3 stitches left before that front post single crochet. We're going to make 3 half double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. So skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. We're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches, the first of which will be that front post single crochet. So we're going to do a slip stitch and another slip stitch. Then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, skip the next stitch, and make 3 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do that repeat again, but in reverse order. So we're going to double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do that 4 times. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's the second repeat. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's the third repeat. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches. then make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to double crochet in the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to half double crochet in the next 5 stitches and single crochet in the last 5 stitches. So half double crochet in the next 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you will join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet there, or with the invisible join. This is round 8 all done. It's still a little bit wonky, but don't worry about that. Just a note, if you are, so I've finished off, but if you are going to use the same color for the next round, then you want to, instead of fastening off there, you want to slip stitch into that chain 2 corner space, ready to start the next round, and then you will start that round with a chain 1 before you start the corner, as I'm going to do it. For round 9, we are going to join our yarn by making a standing single crochet in the chain 2 space at the pointy end of the heart. So we're going to do a standing single crochet, chain 2, and then another standing single crochet. We're going to single crochet in the first 5 stitches. Don't accidentally skip that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a note as well, the reason I haven't worked my ends away yet is because earlier you would have seen that I struggle a bit to get into the stitches if I've already worked my ends away, because the stitches are sort of full of ends. So I've just left these so I can get into these singles easily, and then when I've done a few more rounds I'll start working them away. So once I've single crocheted in the first 5 stitches, I'm going to half double crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to double crochet in the next 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. If you need a landmark, the last 2 stitches should fall in the 2 double crochet after that first increase. See, 1, 2, and those 2 are in the increase. We're going to do repeat again, and we're going to do it twice. We're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the next 5 stitches, and we're going to do that twice. So make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 5 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're going to make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That brings us to this pointy corner. We're going to make a front post half double crochet around the front post single crochet from round 7, which is there. Then we're going to skip the 2 slip stitches, and we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches, the first of which should be the single crochet after the last slip stitch. So if you struggle to identify the slip stitches, try and identify that single crochet. That's the first stitch to work into. So once we skip the 2 slip stitches, we're going to make a single crochet in that single and in the next 4 as well. So 5 in total. And if you need a landmark, that last stitch should fall in the first double crochet after this little 3 half double crochet, the rounding. We're going to make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, then half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And if you need a landmark for this one, that double crochet, 2 double crochets will fall in the second stitch after this double crochet increase from the previous round. Double crochet in the next 15 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, whoopsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're going to make half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, and then we should have 5 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to single crochet in each of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to join with a slip stitch, you'll slip stitch into this first single crochet. If you want to do an invisible join, you'll do the join into that chain 2 space over the first single crochet. If you want to use the same color for the next round, then please slip stitch into the chain 2 space again, ready for the next round. This is round 9 all done, and so for round 10, if you're going to use the same color, you'll already have slip stitched into that chain 2 corner space, and you'll need to chain 4 and make a half double crochet, and that will count as your half double crochet chain to half double crochet corner. If you're joining a new yarn as I'm doing, we're going to start in this chain 2 corner space with a half double crochet, standing half double crochet, and a chain 2, and then another half double crochet. We're going to half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Make sure you don't skip that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to double crochet in the next 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So this is the start of a repeat. And then double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first repeat done. We're going to do that 2 more times, so a total of 3. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then the third time, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to start another little repeat, half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, two half double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to do that one more time. Half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, two half double crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next 4 stitches, skip the next stitch and make a front post half double crochet around the next stitch, which should be the front post half double crochet. Skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So the first stitch, the skipped stitch, will be a little bit hidden by the stitch we've just made. So we're going to skip that first stitch, single crochet in the next 4 stitches. And 4. Make 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now we're starting another little repeat. Make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches, we're going to repeat that again, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that's the second repeat, and then the last repeat, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 4 stitches. You're all right, buds. We're going to make 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 15 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then we're going to make a half double crochet in the last 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To end the round, you will join to the first half double crochet with a slip stitch and fasten off. I'm going to do the invisible join. We're going to start round 11 by making a standing double crochet in the chain 2 corner space at the pointy end of the heart. Into that same space, we're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. That'll be your corner made. We're going to back post double crochet around the next 45 stitches. To do a back post double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook from back to front, and then from front to back around the post of that stitch, and then complete your double crochet as normal. I'll show you again. Number 2, back to front, and then front to back around the post of that stitch, and then complete your double crochet as normal. And this will form a little dotted line along your work. So if you do find that you've skipped a stitch somewhere and you want to double check, easiest way is to check that each stitch has this little dotted line on it. Right, so that's 2 of them made, and we're going to continue to make 43 more. 45. Now I'm going to make a back post half double crochet around the next 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. we're going to make a front post half double crochet around this front post half double crochet, and that continues this little line. And then we're going to back post half double crochet around the next 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Finally, we're going to back post double crochet around the last 45 stitches. 42, 43, 44, 45. To finish the round, we're going to join to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch, like that. To start round 12, we're going to join our yarn by making a standing treble in this chain 2 corner space. So that's yarn over twice. Then we're going to chain 1 and make another treble. Then we're going to chain 2, make another treble, and chain 1 and make another treble. So you have a treble, chain 1, treble, chain 2, treble, chain 1, treble. We're going to put a stitch marker in this first chain 1 space. To start the side, we're going to skip the first hidden stitch, this first one, and make a V stitch in the next stitch. So to make a V stitch, you're going to do double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches and make a V stitch in the next stitch 10 times. So skip the next 2 stitches, make a V stitch in the next stitch, DC, chain 1, DC, that's number 1. Skip the next 2 stitches, make a V stitch in the next stitch, that's number 2. 10. Now we're going to skip the next stitch and make a V stitch in the next stitch 14 times. So that's number 1, 2, 14. Skip the next 2 stitches and make a front post treble around the next front post half double crochet. Skip the next 3 stitches, make a V stitch in the next stitch, and I forgot to say in the previous round that you should be marking that 4th back post HDC with the stitch marker, just so you can be sure that you're starting in the right place, but that is in the pattern. So if we skip, the first one will be hidden, 1, 2, 3, and then we make a V stitch in the next stitch. And I'm just going to double check that I've done that right before I continue. So skipped 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We're going to skip the next stitch and make a V-stitch in the next stitch 14 times. 13 and 14. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches and make a V-stitch in the next stitch, and then we're going to do that 10 times. So that's number 1, 2, and 10. That last stitch will fall in the last stitch before the corner. Then we'll join to the top of the first treble with a slip stitch and fasten off, or join with an invisible join and fasten off. From this point on, I've broken the instructions up so that it's easier to count the stitches and to keep track of where you are. This round will have a fair few landmarks, but it's easier, trust me, to stop and check than to frog the round. In fact, my original note to myself said, "This is tedious counting, put in landmarks." There'll be a lot of popcorn, so it's going to take a while as well. For the first corner, we're going to join our yarn by making a standing popcorn in this marked chain 1 space from the previous round. So that will be before the chain 2 corner space. And I'm just going to remove my marker before I start. To make a popcorn, you're going to make 5 double crochets in the same stitch or space. Then you're going to pull up a little loop, remove your hook from the loop and insert it into the top of the first of those 5 DCs. And then you're going to pull the loop through to complete the popcorn. Once we've done that, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to make a popcorn in the next chain 2 space, which is the corner space. So the same thing, 5 double crochets again. And then we're going to insert our hook into the first of those 5 stitches and pull the last loop through. Before we go ahead, I would mark this chain 3 space with a stitch marker, just so it makes it easier later on. Yep. We're going to chain 3 again, and then we're going to make a popcorn in the next chain 1 space. So this is our corner made. Now we're going to start with the first side, and to do this we're going to chain 3 and make a popcorn in each of the next 9 V-stitches. I find it easiest just to find the 9th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to put a stitch marker in, and I'm back to using a bobby pin because it's easier. I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you back at this point once I've made those 9 chain 3 popcorns. I finished the first side, and before we continue we're going to check that we have 11 popcorns after this corner stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going to do the second corner, and to do that we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to make a treble between the last leg of this V-stitch and the first leg of the next V-stitch. Then we're going to chain 1 and make another treble in that same space between those 2 V-stitches. And then we're going to chain 1 again. So we should have a chain 1 treble, and chain 1. Now we're going to start with the second side, and to do that we're going to make a popcorn in the next V-stitch. got builders next door. Apologies for the noise. And then we're going to continue the second side, and we're going to make a chain 3 and then a popcorn in the next V-stitch 7 times. So I'm just going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 again with my pen, so that I know when I should stop and check. At the end of the second side, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 popcorns on that side. So we're going to do the third corner, and we're going to make that into the next V-stitch. We'll chain 1, then make a treble into that V-stitch, chain 2, make another treble into that V-stitch, chain 2 and make another treble into that V-stitch. So you want 3 trebles, and then we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to start the third side, and we're going to make a popcorn in the next V-stitch. We're going to chain 3 and make a popcorn in the next V-stitch 5 times. So chain 3, popcorn, chain 3, popcorn, and I'm just going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with my bobby pin, and I'll do that and meet you there. Now that I've made those 5, I should have 6, including that first one before we started the repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to chain 3 and slip stitch in the next V-stitch. Then we're going to make a front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet around this front post treble. So front post double crochet, chain 1 and front post double crochet. Slip stitch in the next V-stitch, chain 3 and make a popcorn in the next V-stitch. Continue the third side, we're going to chain 3 and make a popcorn in the next V-stitch 5 times. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why does that feel like I've counted wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So chain 3, popcorn, chain 3, popcorn, and I'll meet you when I've made all 5. I've made those 5 repeats. I'm just going to check that I have 6 popcorns on this side, including that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Brilliant. So now we're going to do the fourth corner, same as we did the third corner, and we're going to do chain 1 and then make a treble in the next V-stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, make another treble in that same V-stitch, chain 2, make a treble in that same V-stitch, and then chain 1. To start the fourth side, we're going to make a popcorn in the next V-stitch. Righto. Then we are going to chain 3, make a popcorn in the next V-stitch 7 times. So chain 3, popcorn, chain 3, popcorn, and yep, bobby pin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I mean, you don't have to do this, you can count 7, but I lose track, so this just reminds me of where to check. When you get to the end of side 4, make sure that you have 8 popcorns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the 5th corner, and we're going to work between these 2 V-stitches there. So we're going to chain 1, make a treble between those 2 V-stitches, chain 1, make another treble between the same 2 V-stitches, and then chain 1. And this brings us to the 5th side, and we're going to make a popcorn in the next V-stitch. Now we're going to chain 3 and make a popcorn in the next V-stitch 8 times. So chain 3 popcorn, chain 3 popcorn 8 times. I'm just going to check that I have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. I've finished that last side, or the repeat at least. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 popcorns in total on this side. And I'm going to chain 3 and join to that first popcorn with a slip stitch. It's going to be a bit tricky. There we go. And then I'm going to fasten off and work away my ends. In round 14 we're going to start squaring-ish up the heart shape. And we're going to start by making a standing single crochet in this marked chain 1 space. Chain 3 space, sorry. And I'm just going to remove my marker. So I'm going to make a single crochet in that space, and then a half double crochet, and then a double crochet. Chain 2, and then into the next chain 3 space we're going to do a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet. Don't accidentally make them all in the same space, which is what I did when I did the video the first time. We're going to start with the first side, and to do that we're going to make a front post single crochet around the next popcorn, and then 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space. And we're going to do that 9 times. So that's the first repeat, second repeat, third repeat, fourth repeat, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, and 9. Now we're going to make a front post single crochet around the last popcorn before the corner, and then we are going to make a single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is directly after that popcorn, and into the next chain 1 space we're going to do single, chain 2, and single. For the second side we're going to single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is in front of that popcorn, and then we're going to do a repeat 4 times, same repeat, front post single crochet around the next popcorn, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make a half double crochet around the next popcorn, and 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn, and then 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. There should now be 2 popcorns left before the corner, and we're going to chain 3, and we are going to skip the next chain 3 space and the next chain 1 space, and into that chain 2 space we're going to make a 3 treble bobble, chain 3, another 3 treble bobble, and a chain 3. We're going to do the same thing in the next chain 2 space, 3 treble bobble, chain 3, 3 treble bobble, and a chain 3. So that's our corner little flower. For the third side, we're going to skip the next chain 1 space and the next chain 3 space, and we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next third popcorn of the side. Make 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn. 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn. 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Then we're going to chain 5. We're going to skip the next chain 3 space and make a single crochet in this chain 1 space between the 2 front post double crochets. Chain 7, single crochet in that same chain 1 space, and then we're going to chain 4, and that's asymmetric. We're going to skip the next chain 3 space and make 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. Then we're going to front post double crochet around the next popcorn, which would be the second one of the side. 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn. 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn. 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. And there should now be 2 popcorns left before the corner. So we're going to chain 3, skip the next chain 3 space and the next chain 1 space, and into that next chain 2 space we're going to do a 3 treble bobble. Chain 3, another 3 treble bobble, and a chain 3. Check, did I do 3? 1, 2, 3, yes. Into the next chain 2 space, 3 treble bobble, chain 3, 3 treble bobble, and a chain 3. So that's that other flower corner. For the fourth side, we're going to skip the next chain 1 space and the next chain 3 space, and we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Front post double crochet around the next popcorn, which will be the third popcorn. We're going to make 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space, and then a front post half double crochet around the next popcorn. 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, front post single crochet around the next popcorn, and we're going to do that 4 times. Oh, my yarn snagged. Uh-oh. 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space, front post single crochet around the next popcorn, and that's your second repeat. That's the third repeat. And the fourth repeat. Make a single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and then into the next chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 2 and single crochet. So this brings us to the last side. We're going to make a single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and then we're going to do front post single crochet around the next popcorn, 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and we're going to do that 9 times. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Front post single crochet around that last popcorn, and then we're going to join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and that's round 14 done. For round 15, we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches and into the chain 2 space. That'll be our corner space. Chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into that same chain 2 space, and that's our first corner made. Half double crochet into the next 3 stitches, now our repeat will start, and that will be skip the next front post single crochet, which is there, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and we're going to do that 9 times. So that's number 1. Skip the next front post single crochet, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. That's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9. There should now be 3 stitches left before the corner, and we are going to skip the next front post, single crochet and half double crochet in the last 2 stitches. To make the second corner, we're going to half double crochet, chain 2 and half double crochet in that same chain 2 corner space. For the second side, we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to skip the next front post single crochet, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches 5 times. So that's the first repeat. Skip the next front post single crochet, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. That's the second repeat. Third. Fourth. Fifth. There should now be 3 stitches left, and we are going to half double crochet in each of those 3 stitches. Ooh, blah, 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 my mouth. And that will bring us to a chain 3 space. We're going to make 3 half double crochet in this chain 3 space. And then we're going to make a front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble. 3 half double crochet in the next chain 3 space. And then a front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble. Into this corner chain 3 space, we are going to make 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. So that's our third corner made. For the third side, we're going to make a front post double crochet around that 3 treble bobble, 3 double crochets, half double crochets in the next chain 3 space, front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space. Half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, single crochet in the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to skip the next front post double crochet, which is there, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So skip that stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Chain 3, skip this chain 5 space and make a single crochet in the chain 7 space, chain 3, skip the next chain 4 space and single crochet in the next 6 stitches. The first one will be a bit tricky to get into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Skip the next front post double crochet and single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. This will bring us to our next chain 3 space. into that chain 3 space, we are going to make 3 half double crochets. Then we're going to make a front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space, front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble, and then it'll bring us to our 4th corner, which will be 2 double crochet into that next chain 3 space, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. That brings us to our 4th side, so we're going to make a front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space, front post double crochet around the next 3 treble bobble, and then 3 half double crochets in the next chain 3 space, half double crochet in the next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to skip the next front post stitch, and we're going to half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So skip the first front post stitch, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and we are going to do that 4 times. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to dab the little stitch I'm skipping just so it feels like it's getting a little bit of love. It's not completely neglected. Skip the next front post single crochet and half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. This brings us to our 5th corner, and we're going to do a half double crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet in that chain 2 corner space. This brings us to our last side, the 5th side, and we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, then we're going to skip the next front post single crochet, there she is, and half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and we're going to repeat that 10 times. So that's number 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one will be a bit tricky because you're working into the stitches that already contain slip stitches. Join to the top of the beginning chain 3 with a slip stitch, so that's there. and then we can move on to round 16. Slip stitch in the next stitch and into the chain 2 corner space, and in that space we're going to do a chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, and then single crochet, chain 2 and single crochet. And as if on cue, the rain comes to give you some background noise while I count all the stitches of this side. I would suggest marking this, strongly suggest marking this chain 2 corner space with a stitch marker so that you can identify it easily much later when you work all the way around the giant triangles. And we'll keep that in there until we get to that point. So for the first side, we are going to single crochet in the next 35 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it bother you when I count my stitches as I work? Should I not be counting them? Because I'm imagining if you crochet at a different pace, I might confuse you a whole lot if I'm going 5 and you're going 7, or I'm going 7 and you're going 5. So yeah, I'm interested to know, do you want me to be quiet when I'm counting, or do you want me to count out loud? Into the chain 2 corner space, we're going to single crochet, chain 2 and single crochet. For the second side, we're going to skip the first stitch, which will be a bit tricky to get into anyway because it's a half double crochet, and we're going to single crochet in the next 24 stitches. Half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Double crochet in the last 3 stitches. Into the chain 2 corner space, make 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. For the third side, this side is asymmetric. We're going to half double crochet in the next 12 stitches. Then we're going to single crochet in the next 10 stitches. going to make 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and then 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Then we're going to single crochet in the next 12 stitches, and half double crochet in the last 10 stitches. In the corner, we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. This brings us to the 4th side, and we're going to skip the first stitch and double crochet in the next 3 stitches. My yarn's stuck. Half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then single crochet in the next 24 stitches. Into the chain 2 corner space, we're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And that brings us to the last side. Righto, we are going to single crochet in all of the 35 stitches, and the first one will be tricky to get into because it's a half double crochet. So it's 10. It's 20. 30, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, okay. Now you can fasten off and work away your ends. And then I will show you what the heart house looks like all done. Before blocking and after blocking. And I do suggest you block. Okay, so unblocked, this is what she looks like. And it looks okay-ish until it looks a bit wonky if you look closer. Yep. So I'm just going to block her, and then you will see how this all opens up neatly. And here she is all blocked, corners are nice and neat, and the flowers have opened up. So she's ready to be measured for the gauge and to be weighed. And as I said before, at the start of this video, there is a bit of leeway. So if you're not using the kit, don't worry about it. If you are using the kit, you've got about 3 grams to play with both of the versions. After that point, you're probably going to run out of yarn. So Good luck, and I can't wait to start the CAL with you next week.